My name is Michaela Elder. Before starting my journey with injury to victory, I was about 70 pounds overweight. I was in the 200s, very inactive because I work from home and I was homeschooling. So for 2 years, I've just sat in the house almost exclusively. I gained about 30 pounds. I had a lot of inflammation in my joints. So if I did go for a walk or did any sort of exercise, my knees and hips would lock up. I'd be in the bed for the rest of the day. I was unable to do simple movements like squats. Getting up off the floor, it would take, 4 or 5 touches just to be able to get off the floor. I was having a lot of issues with just walking, pain in my knees giving out, hips hurting, a lot of inflammation after movement. And I was just looking to lose weight. I was way overweight, like 70 pounds overweight, and just be able to be more active with my kids, less pain. I was recently diagnosed with fibromyalgia because doctors didn't really know what's going on. And yeah, I just needed to be more active. I needed to lose the weight. I was very tired all the time, very sluggish, very moody, unhappy. And now I'm doing a lot better. So some of the pain I was dealing with was like knee pain. My knees would give out very easy. I still have some of that, but not as much. So if I was trying to do a squat, my knee would sometimes give out. I could just fall. I would have like locking in my hips and knees after walking or trying to do any sort of high intensity type working out, like playing badminton or tennis or whatever. And really a lot of pain in my back as well, and lower back, which I think is probably just from sitting all the time and not knowing how to properly exercise. I have 4 small kids between 8 to 12 years old. And so I wasn't able to do a lot with them that I would have liked to do. I might do a little bit of basketball outside, but not much. And just after doing any exercise, which I was typically doing walking or the treadmill, I would have just a lot of inflammation in my joints and pain. So I didn't realize some of the other things I was doing that was contributing to the inflammation that I now know. My greatest struggles coming into this or before coming into this were one, being able to maintain weight loss. So I would go on a diet, or typically an unsustainable diet, lose some weight and then gain more back. Also with COVID coming around and sitting in the house for 2 years, almost exclusively sitting in the house for 2 years, I put on a good amount of weight. I put on 30 pounds in a couple of years. So yeah, I had all of those issues going on. I've lost 50 pounds, and just dropping that weight has obviously been very instrumental in me being able to be more active and less pain, maybe less weight on my joints. But some of the things that I learned that helped me get here was understanding how my diet impacts my sleep, my pain, how my behavioral habits impact sleep and energy and all of that, like being on TikTok for hours before I go to bed. So I'm still working on being more active. Some things that I've been able to do that I wasn't previously able to do is like playing badminton for an hour straight with the kids, just running back and forth. Being able to do squats and lunges, which I couldn't previously do. I'd have to hold on to things to do lunges. I can do lunges now without assistance with balance.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Bulgarian split squat first.
I was I wasn't able to do headstands. What's funny is there was a TikTok challenge in which people were doing these headstands and I couldn't do it. But now I can do, not that I would ever post myself doing a headstand on the wall, but I can actually do a headstand and a handstand now, which I could not do 4 months ago. Actually, this has helped my life in a lot of different areas. So, not just with my health, but even with my moods. I was in terrible moods all the time previously. I was always tired, very easily agitated. So, changing my diet has helped balance that out some. I'm less irritable. It has improved intimacy with my husband, getting better rest and just being able to be more active. It has improved my work performance. I'm less exhausted throughout the day. It has improved, obviously, being active with my children, being able to be out with them and play with them more and not feel so exhausted or even just embarrassed. I'm not accustomed to being heavy, so just being overweight, I was just embarrassed in my skin and I didn't want to be out exercising in front of other people. So it helped in all those ways. So currently, in terms of my confidence with working out, I still have a little bit of hesitation and fear with being in the gym because I think that people who go to the gym, that they know what they're doing, they look good, all of that. So I still have a little fear with dealing with being in the gym around people who know what they're doing, and I don't. So I do rely on my husband quite a bit to work out with me and help me do exercises properly. The videos from my coach help out greatly in terms of form and how to do exercises properly. But I do feel better after I work out. Like I enjoy just how I feel internally, externally. I enjoy how I look after working out. So that's some motivation. So still a little discomfort work. I mean, still lacking a little bit in confidence with working out, but I'm working on it. So some things that I've tried in the recent past were a weight loss clinic where you go in, you pay them a lot of money, and they kind of coach you through weight loss. That wasn't really the most effective method for me. It just wasn't the most effective method for me. I found myself very, very tired, and that's when I was having falling spells as well. I didn't realize I had really low iron at that time. So I did that. I did Herbalife, which was very successful for me in the past. It just didn't work this time around because I was sitting around a lot. I tried intermittent fasting. I tried I saw a doctor, weight loss doctor, but I didn't want to be on meds. I had done quite a few things that didn't work for me in this phase of life before injury to victory, and this has been the most successful method at this stage in my life. Also, was seeing a chiropractor for realignment. Apparently, a lot of my hip pain was or joints locking was from my hips being misaligned, and that just kind of got expensive. And then in doing research, I was learning that maybe that type of care isn't the best way to address my issues. Sure. Some of the objections and fears I had to moving forward with injury to victory were, one, I wasn't sure what the cost was going to be, but it's actually quite affordable. Two, having an accountability partner, because I've done this a lot and I've flip-flopped back and forth between being dedicated and not. And I was worried about having somebody on me and kind of being a drill sergeant, which I don't have in my coach. He's very good at working with me the way I need to be worked with. I was also concerned about going to the gym and being in front of people that work out regularly. One, I wasn't sure I would see the results. I thought that there was just some fear of, not being able to reach the results that other people have. But now that I've had a little bit of success with the weight loss, I'm feeling more encouraged to do the things that were keeping me fearful. So every objection I had, we've pretty much overcome most of them, or fears. Why did I choose injury to victory? Why I moved forward with them? One was, again, I liked the content that I saw online. Two was my consultation with my coach, where he walked me through what the program would look like. He set full expectations, showed me some of the workout videos that I could utilize to get through my different phases, fully personalized my plan for me, my needs, my personality, my lifestyle. So those are the things that it was definitely a go for me. That he's extremely accessible, that he checks up on me regularly, that he listens to my nonsense and works with me, encourages me. That again, everything is personalized. We review the goals each week, and if something needs to be modified, then we do that. It's just been a really, really good experience. That he does try to hold me accountable without making me feel bad. One thing that I previously experienced in some other programs was that, my coaches are people that are extremely fit and have never been overweight. So they can't even relate to what I'm going through. And they speak to me coming from their experience, which is not the same as my experience. So I've loved that he's empathetic to my journey, and deals with me in a way that he is understanding of my journey. I would say do it. Start the program. Start where you are. Find ways to maybe move finances around if you need to. Maybe don't order that DoorDash once a week, twice a week. That will cover it. But I would just say, just take the leap. I was concerned about all the things that you're probably concerned about. Your body changes after, 30, 35. Losing weight isn't as easy. You have some crackling and popping and snapping and stuff going on that you didn't previously have. But the program is tailored to you. It's tailored to what you can do, meeting you where you are and building you up. I've lost 50 pounds in 4 months again, which I've never lost that kind of weight before. And I feel a lot better, and it's been totally worth it. And it's impacted my life positively in so many areas. So I would say just take the leap.